Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's finish this Odyssey off. We got some surprisingly nice maps up ahead of us. Let's kick some balloon butt. Right. Reversed 3 to 60 on Cabin Fever? Just like I said, the cabin. Yeah. See, I knew it. How do we want to start? Ninja would work. Actually, yeah, we'll just go with Ninja. You know why? Because we have Ben. We don't need to care about how many lives we leak when we've got Ben on our team. Have him around for a couple of rounds and boom, it's like nothing ever happened. Yeah, that's where the problem will... Actually, holy shit! That was surprisingly efficient. I did not expect it to be that efficient. Looks like I picked a great spot for a ninja. Huh, what do you know? Anyway, like I said, once we get Ben, those lives will come crawling back. That's right. They will. They'll know what regret feels like. They'll be back like the rest. I do think it would be interesting if you had a way to gain extra lives in Odysseys. Like, I understand why they don't opt for that. Because if you just, like, if you go stupidly hard on getting extra lives in Odysseys, then you get to a point where you could probably tank, like, the first 5 or 6 rounds if they're relatively low. And then you can just snowball effect that across all of the maps to just be insanely overpowered the entire time. Especially considering that Odysseys typically start on easier maps and easier difficulties, and then progress to harder ones, you know, you can really snowball into some craziness, so I kinda get it. But it would be nice if you start with 50, but could go up to a maximum of like 100 or something, you know? It'd be nice to utilize certain tower functionalities instead of just being like, well, there's no point in getting this because I have the maximum amount of lives, you know? Like the tier 3 bottom part banana farm with monkey knowledge. I feel like a good chunk of the reason why I use that is just money, obviously. It's all just money. I don't think I ever get it specifically for lives. However, I've done it before in an Odyssey where I've gotten my lives back using either a banana farm or heli pilot, even. Yeah, it's nice to get them back, but it'd be nicer still to be able to just get more. I see the issues that they'd have with doing it. I don't want to figure out the answer to them myself, so I don't blame them for not diving straight into that problem. Right, let's get this guy at the back. A bit of a last resort tower, but once we get through to the jungle, it won't really matter. Last first. So long as it hits the lead balloons, I'm happy. Okay, one more. Oh, look at that. We got all our lives. Isn't that nice? Thank you, Benjamin. Yeah, looking good. What sort of tier 5s do we want to chuck in the thumbnail? I just thought about that. Because typically I only like to put, well, as any of my frequent flying Odyssey players would know, I tend to only put in the hero and then a prominently featured tower in part 1. And then in part 2, usually tier 5s, but sometimes I don't use them at all, so either major component tier 4 or 3s, or just the tier 5s. But you'll notice that every one of my thumbnails, not including different skins for heroes, are towers that I use throughout the video. So and keep things consistent in that regard. Should we go for a Mermonkey tier 5? Lord of the Abyss? I've heard that this can actually create water. To place a water tower. I want to see if that's true. Let's do it. Now, bear in mind, on its own, I don't think this guy's all that amazing. In fact, we are probably gonna farm a little as well, just to make sure that we can afford this 5th tier and test it out. Because honestly, I've bought it before and experimented with it and whatever. Haven't done it much, but yeah, usually you want him surrounded by a bunch of friends, or at least a bunch of towers that can take advantage of the extra pierce. Okay, now I check this out. Alright, let's place another one of these. Let's go a little crazy, shall we? Only got 23 rounds left. May as well do something wild with them. I'm just thinking if we have enough damage. Oh yeah, we definitely do. We have enough damage for sure. We may need to use Ben's first ability, but Ben's should be ready. Am I wrong about that? I think I am just barely correct about that. We love that. And yeah, look at this. My boy is coming in clutch. Here it comes. Boom. As expected. Right. Let's get some of these automated so I don't have to do this the entire game. This is the only downside of banana farming, and this is pretty much the only reason I specifically go bottom path every single time. I can't be bothered with top path, and most of the times I don't select powers, even though like a banana farmer wouldn't be the craziest thing to bring into an Odyssey, but I usually just ditch powers anyway. But yeah, gotta go bottom path. Going top path, too much to collect, can't be bothered waving my mouse around the screen, don't want to use powers. Middle path, I know you can cross it with the bottom path to auto-collect from the banks, but at the same time, fuck that, because they don't collect it the second it's full. They collect it like at the end of a round or some shit. I don't know. They don't collect it when I want it to be collected, essentially. Alright, is this in effect yet? No. No, it is not. Wait, is it the other way around? No. Okay. Maybe it is the 4th or 5th tier. Let's try 4th tier. Okay. Yeah, okay. Maybe it is the 5th tier. Absolutely. Right. This. Throw a little bit of spice on the two. Because this is supposedly all about bugs. Which I didn't fully focus on the first maps, but why not? Experimental a lot of reasons. It'll be nice to put a monkey in the thumbnail. And boom. Okay. I think we just save up now. I think going for anything more is probably actually no. I'm gonna do one more banana farm, but I'm not gonna let it go past 200 because I don't think it would actually make money or like massive amounts of profits after that anyway. So first I could put one or two of them up here that really money. Whatever happens. 15k, not bad. 17k. 18, we need Right, is this... Okay, I can't put non-water towers on there, but I think I ditch this. Yeah, there you go. I can put a sub right here. That was pretty cool. I do appreciate that. Like, it's weird, but I love the fact that there's now... Ah, so close. I love the fact that there's now a way for us to place water using towers, as well as place land using towers, if that makes sense. Like, we don't have to rely on powers, because you can place the ice monkey if you want to freeze the water and put land towers on the water, and now you can place the mer monkey if you wanted to land into water instead of water into land. Pretty handy. Alright, I think we're gonna start off with a sub this time. I think it's... Oh wait, what are we doing? Never mind. I wanted to appreciate the sub, but starting on ABR, I don't think that'll go down well. Instead, we're gonna start with the ninja, and funnily enough, go for the alchemist next. Second we can. I hear they're a great combo. Yeah, get out of here, Balloons. We don't need you around here. Around these parts. Partner. There we go. Alright, we should be somewhat prepared for everything. At least until round 24. Oh, it's camo lead. Why did I think it was just regular leads? Oh, it is just regular leads, but everything's camouflaged. Okay, we're gonna have to rethink that then. Let's go with a boat start. Hopefully we can afford both in time. I kinda doubt that we will though, so it makes me think maybe a wizard start's better. See how this goes. I'm a moron, as it turns out. Right, wizard start. This is gonna be terrible for our lives, but we'll see how we go. Oh yeah, it's terrible. It's pretty fucking bad. Not gonna lie. Can't sugarcoat this very well. But hey, we're alive. These green balloons will make sure that we won't be for long. Oh. Damn. Tricky. Right. So we need someone that can pop camo balloons, and pop lead balloons, and able to get them early. Ugh, why? And pop lead balloons, why does it have to be that one? Why can't it be this one? Even that's expensive. Right. You can pop leads, but you can't pop or see camos. You can't see camos. Okay, our only camo starting options here are ninja and boat. And boat doesn't work too well, so let's go for ninja. How many lives does a lead balloon link? I think that's what we need to find out. I think we need to find that out, and then hope for the best. Because my strategy is officially leak those two lead balloons. And if we die to that, then that's going to be an awkward strategy to try and take further, you know? I suppose we can see how the first one goes and then take it from there. And do we lose? Okay, we don't. Beautiful. Okay, that I can manage. I believe lead balloons don't show up that often. Fingers crossed. Although now that I think about it, now that we have someone that can detect camo, placing an advanced intel sub with heat-tipped darts would protect us against everything, in theory. Or I could just outbuff the ninja. But that would require me to get a tower that is essentially useless other than outbuffing. And we don't have the money to get outbuffing straight away. So, you know what? I think we're just gonna run it until we encounter leads and then go with whatever strategy is the one that we can afford. It's ridiculous, I know, but luckily, none of the strategies seem to involve me having to farm beforehand. So I think I'm good to do this little sort of practice run. Ooh, it's gonna be close. Okay, let's see how we go here. Obviously, we don't want to leak 2 lives. To be honest, I didn't want to leak those last couple, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, I've got dinner waiting for me after this Odyssey. Ah, there we go. Alright, in the fucking structure. And when I say that, I mean, now we're good. Now we're good. Double shot should carry for a while. Acidic mixture dip on its own's not great, but once we get Ben, I think I can feel a bit more comfortable. Yeah, okay. Double shot's able to tank quite nicely. There we go. Okay, chuck you down there. I don't really care where Ben goes at this point. Not going to be able to do anything to these balloons, to my knowledge. Everything's camouflaged, so I only think he'll be able to affect Moabs that aren't BTDs. Which, well, and of course not the bad. Not that there would be one, but still. Alright. Okay. Good. Lives are coming back. Puts up that nice little bit of a barrier again. And Balloon Jitsu is on its way to kicking some balloon butt. Uh-oh. My mother is often very insistent about getting dinner when it's made. I personally don't mind. It's a little bit, like, not hot, but rather just warm, or like even cold. I generally try not to leave dinner that long to the point where it gets cold, but yeah, there might be some interruptions. Yeah, it's happening. Oh. Right, this is ABR though, right? Which means not only do we need to have this, actually, that would probably do it in ABR. That would probably solve round 40, but I don't want to risk it, and we don't have to, so I'm gonna get a sub as a backup to fire some crazy shit, and then we'll be good. In fact, after this, I think I'm just gonna farm like crazy again, and we can go for some insane tier 5 or something. In fact, we should probably do that on the last one. It's by far the biggest pain. So I feel like it's fitting to go for an insane tier 5. We'll do some light. what? This Odyssey is about getting buffs. Let's run it. Ah, yes, I forgot about that. Stacked up to 10 times now instead of 5. That's pretty nice. Wait, can I? Oh, no, it's not. Not part of the crack, is it? I was gonna say, can I turn lava into water with a tier 5? No. Can't place some monkeys on the track. I guess I could. No, it doesn't work. I guess regardless of where it is on the map, it would have to be a placeable tile. You know, it's not like I could put it in the lava, you know? Good. Right. We also got to think about dealing with 63, eh? Okay. Man, work is painful without the speaker. I'll tell you that. And I know that it may not seem like such a big deal not having a speaker at work, not playing music at work, that thing, but holy crap, I'm not the only one that feels that way. I brought in a mini speaker just to have in my area today, and I swear, normally I get like a handful of visits from people just walking by or things like that, but I swear that number, whatever that average number is, doubled today because I had music playing. I find that hilarious. Also, there was one woman literally good friend. We don't talk too much, but yeah, good friend. She was essentially given the role of finding people that need help and helping them rather than a specific role. And she ended up just helping me out for a good chunk of the day. Alchemist, you know it's kind of your job to help me in these situations. Okay. You're kind of the only thing stopping us from winning when you do stuff like that. So I think we're gonna guaranteed to destroy some buildings. There we go. Right, much better. But yeah, I just find it funny. Speaker went to shit. The company essentially said, "Womp womp. Fucking sucks to be you." And we all said, yeah, it does fucking suck. Well, until you get a new speaker, we're gonna bring in a bunch of tiny ones. But it was kind of nice. It's like, where I usually work in the factory, I'm like furthest away from the speaker. I shit you not. In terms of people that are actually constantly working in that room and not just like walking past, at all times, I am most likely the furthest person from the speaker in the normal setup. But now that that speaker is just exploded, I now have a speaker that's like less than 2 meters away, which is great. And guess what? I get to play all the music, adjust all the volume, and have a good time. So, go me. Hey, we're on the final round. Anything else we could get? Need it. Alright. Let's go for some crazy farming strategies on this one. What was it again? Is it impoppable? Is it half cash? Is it ABR? Is it? It's impoppable, of course it is. Right. Luckily, we have enough to start with Ben. And because of that, we are going to. Should we put him up here? He seems happy up there. Go on. I'd love to work there, specifically. It might freak me out for a bit, and then I'd realize that the boat is never going to move, because only the water seems to move on this map, so all is well. I'm assuming there's no everything's camo bullshit like that. Yeah, it seems fine. I personally find that this boat position's pretty decent. In fact, when I first started hating this map, I think the boat was the one thing that made me not hate it. If I started with a boat, I'd be happy, you know? I'd lose so many lives, but then I could either regain them throughout the game, or get grape shot and hopefully not lose more. Sometimes I still lose some. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. Ben will start bringing us back some lives soon enough. That's good to have a sub to clean up, because then once you get advanced intel, then it's also, like, not clean up. What do you call it? What's the opposite of a clean-up tower? Just an attacking tower, I guess? Yeah, it's like a frontline defense and a clean-up in one. It's pretty handy. Not a bad little combo. Alright. I think we get airburst, because airburst will last us quite a while. There we go. And
there it is.
yeah, I just got handed dinner because I didn't come out soon enough, so I think that's the trade-off, is like, if I don't come out straight away for dinner and interrupt whatever I'm doing, then I get served dinner, which obviously isn't a bad thing, and a lot of the times people would consider it a good thing, you know? You can get fucking room service, hell yeah, nice. But the reality of the situation is, I don't often eat a lot, and in fact I'm trying to not eat as much lately, but, and those of you who know will know, usually it's the grandmas, but in this case it's my mother. She's a feeder. And no, Dota / League of Legends players, I don't even know what that word means in your game, but it's not related to your game. It's related to reality. She just loves to feed people food. And so whenever I don't serve myself for dinner, or I don't serve myself fast enough, like in this scenario, she will take it upon herself to serve the food. Which she is very kind and very lovely, and I'm very grateful for it, honestly. But she typically gets like 2 to 3 times the amount I would normally eat. And you know, she makes me feel, well, she tries to comfort me about it being just like, oh, you don't have to eat it all, you can eat only what you want to eat type thing, but at the same time I'm like, yeah, it's kind of a waste though. I'd rather just eat it all and be really unhappy and bloated for the rest of the night. But, yeah, she's sweet. I love my mom. Okay, let's go for Monkey Pirates. Just guarantee that round 40 goes smoothly. Nope. And then I think we can start banana farming a little bit stupidly. In like a really good way. But yeah. We can start farming like maniacs. Yes. From 41 to 49. We have no moabs. Which means we are in a great position. Go crazy on farming. In fact, how crazy do we go? Because I've just had a thought. we could get, like, super crazy with it. We could go even crazier. We could go crazy beyond. You know, get ourselves a Monkey-opolis. I don't know how many are gonna actually fit in there. Probably should have placed it first, but you know, what are you gonna do? I don't know. But yeah, this would be good. Super crazy. Let's start off by going the most crazy and getting automation on the table. I think that's my favorite thing about this game is that, like, for the most part, it is... Oh, okay, I got a pretty decent reach on us here. Not bad, not bad. For the most part, like, pulling off the insane shit that you need to verse, like, Elite Lunarius Tier 5 or whatever, is just a very niche way to play the game, you know? Whereas, like, what I'm doing right now is very inefficient in terms of, like, farming for elite bosses or whatever. But it's fun and a little bit silly for me, which is my favorite way to play pretty much anything. A little bit silly, a little bit seriously, depends on the game, I guess. But overall, prioritizing fun. Pop that one and then hook the next one. Why not? Also, you know what? I haven't done this in a while. What's everyone's favorite Pokemon? If you've gotten to this part of the video, first of all, I appreciate you. Second of all, what's your favorite Pokemon? Tell me yours, I'll tell you mine. Tell me in the comments. Just hype out your Pokemon name. If you've got anything particularly special that you like about it, let me know. A little fun fact or something. Me personally, Sharpedo. My favorite Pokemon. In fact, you'll notice... originally, before he was nicknamed Intern, my sub was called Kavana, which is Sharpedo's previous evolution of the form. Can I get 3 Dartmonkeys from that? If I never picked them in the first place? Don't know. That looks a little scary. But yeah, my good old sub over here used to be called Kavana, specifically because if you type in Sharpedo into the text, it tells you to pick a different word because of inappropriate text, which, look, I can't help it that my favorite Pokemon has those last 4 letters all in a bundle, you know? I can't help it. I wish I could, but those 4 letters happen to have negative connotations, so that's kind of sucky. That's just the reality of the situation. Deal with it. This, even more money, even more protection. Cool. Okay, how we looking? Monkey-opolis 25,000. Now that looks like a pretty good deal. Take that deal. I'd take that deal. Should we get all 3 of these? That might be fun. Ooh. Can we drive for a fucking Paragon? I don't think we'd be able to afford a Paragon, but I could definitely try it. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. Uses my 5 banana bombs once again. Also, Ben is now amazing in late game for money. Like, we can stop and talk about that for a second. Ben used to only bring in like 800 bucks per round, no matter what level. That is nice. I like that. Oh, you back. You're gonna be my main man. Oh god, it's 63. I'm not prepared for this. Why did I sell everything now? It's fine, it's fine. It's only 63. How hard could it be? We'll just, we'll use this one glue gunner that we brought along. Give it a fucking spirit of the forest, apparently. Oh wait, we also have another solution. Because this won't work as effectively. Okay. So we will still get the glue gunner up and running, but we will also hit this button, which will make life easier for the first wave. While we get the glue hose and the glue soak plus the corrosive, hopefully that gives us enough bargaining chips. See how we go, I guess. Okay. That's still terrible. Good to know. Okay, you know what isn't terrible? More druids. You know what only benefits the economy? More druids. Let's do that. Let's hit this again. Heart of Thunder. Heart of Thunder. And then we kind of just have to hope. I think. Ooh. We are close though, and we did have like 3.2k, so we could get another druid. I like the sounds of that, right. Let's get this guy here. We'll get this guy over on this side. Okay, we'll do that. We wait a bit, we hit the button, we get that. We get another one, we hit that. And now we wait until we can hit Heart of Thunder a million times. This one. Two. Come on, don't look at it and it'll go away. Oh, okay. I looked at it the whole time, I was lying. Okay, and then the final straw is this. It should leak everything. Cool. Right, back to it. Chop chop. That is money. Actually, no, it's not. That's equal amount of money. Because we don't have monkey knowledge. It would normally be more money with monkey knowledge, but now it is apparently in fact a little bit of a setback. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Druids, why are you so chunky? Right. We'll do this again, but we'll cross part at the top this time. Make it seem more useful. As long as they're in range. All I care about. Right. You've got to go top path. Damn you, druids! Being big-boned. Now, we'll put it here for sub-range. That's the best I can do. Right. There we go. Now we're making money. Make you a little more special. Okay. Now we can focus on getting out into some pops. Go. I'm gonna be like the most scuffed. Paragon, you'll ever see. That's if we'll make it to Paragon level. I'm sure we will. Now the main thing here is getting this central mark. We get Monkey Wall Street where we're sitting pretty. Whoops, wrong one. Okay. How much are you bringing in, Ben? We're doing nice. Could do more. Whatever it is. If we start struggling on our journey to affording a Monkey Wall Street, then we'll just buy one of the tier 5 units. I think we can almost afford all... We can almost afford one of them. I was gonna say all of them, but like, individually. Wait, we still haven't gotten you. Get your ass in the run. Okay, a little bit sketchy, but we managed. BTD6 shouldn't be a major problem, I don't think. No, it doesn't seem to be. There we go. Money is flying. However, damage output is not a terrible round. 78's a little bit terrible, depending on who you are, but you're asking a professional here, so we're fine. I think we're just gonna run it and go for the Monkey Wall Street. Because we can afford it. Right. There we go. Back to real automation. Back to not having to collect shit. Ugh. Why? Goddamn cats. Ruining my day. Right. What do? Don't want to overdo it. You know, I don't want to get like a tier 5 to deal with this problem, but... Is this enough? It might be. It could be the cheapest solution to our problem. More happening once now. Wait a bit. Use this. Maybe that's a bit too early. Was it? Yeah, it was too early. Bad. We should be able to deal with this a little more effectively now. Ooh, still not quite. Okay. Intriguing. Right. I think this wasn't a terrible move, it was just a terrible placement. Enhances PS of other weapons. Yeah. I'm happy with that. I was gonna do something else. Right, yes. We'll go for the Monkey Wall Street still. Still gonna wait for that. Still going to... Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. better time. Okay, and somehow we still fuck it. Nice! I see I've got to pull out the big guns. Bring it on. I am ready. That's right. Slow your asses the fuck down. You're moving too quickly. Didn't have to compromise on our families. That's the main. Alright, let's get these ninja 50s up here. Actually, straight up losing. Straight up struggling. That seems a little excessive, if I'm honest. What I do need, though, is decent defense. And that, I think, will come. I'm not sure I want to find out. It's gonna be so sad if we made it this far. Die because I unpaused the game. You know? That's pretty trash. Let's hit it with this. Oh, that just not apply to the things that get popped, does it? This saddens me. Alright, then let's do that then. What was I doing? Ah, yes, this. I'm gonna have to survive all that long. 162k at the moment. So that leaves us to make up what? 440? 440k dollars. Okay, DVDs. Fine. I'm counting on you a little bit for this one. I'll pay 4,500 to make 5 grand at the end of the round, don't you? Sounds like a great work deal. Should be fine here. Should be fine. We should. I pressed the wrong ability anyway. I meant to use the Grand Sabo. Oh well. Is that this round? That was this round. Cool. Wait, appropriate amount of time. Roll out the bird. Tricky. Oh boy. I don't want to play this game anymore. Right. We could always get a ninja elk. No, that seems... Okay, I think this is the most effective tier 5 that we could get for this situation. So close. Oh, I don't think we're gonna make it. Tragic. Hey, but we can get Banana Central. This is quite possibly the saddest thing ever? Question mark? I think we can do it. Right. We need 300 grand. It's gonna be... It's probably not gonna happen, but we'll see how we go. Right, we wanna start the round off to really benefit from all of these fuckos disappearing. No. 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 Oh, we were so close. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, wait. No, there's no way I can squeeze extra money out of this, is there? Oh, wait, no. Bottom Path Village. That says something about saving money, right? Oh no, that's only with purchase. It's not. It doesn't give me more sell value. But a boat does. A boat does. Is this one? Yeah. Who knows? Maybe that'll make a difference. Okay. Start. Sell. Fuck off. Fuck off. Really? Ah. I'm an idiot. I know exactly how to make more fucking money. I know exactly how to do it. It's so straightforward. Why didn't I think of this earlier? Carefully place your boat. Okay. Now, this is a very delicate procedure. Right? Start the round. You sell. And now watch as mysteriously I will suddenly gain money that I need. Now, don't blink, because you might not see it happen straight away. Boom! Did you see that? Look at that. Yeah, throw my life savings away. Do it. Do it. Yeah. So fucking worth it, man. So worth it. Boom. GG everyone. I'm gonna cut out a chunk of that for everyone's mental well-being except my own. 400 monkey money, insta monkey, and 50 trophies. Not bad, not bad. There you go. I negated the cash money that I got given from the Odyssey by messing around there, but I tried my damnedest to get 600 grand on the dot, and yet somehow I managed to get just under by like 500 to 1,000 gold. That sucks. Anyway, we got there in the end. Whatever means necessary. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody. Have a good weekend.